Acne is the 8th most common disease worldwide. Its estimated prevalence is 9.4 globally. It is most common in adolescents. Acne, which is scientifically known as acne vulgaris, is a common chronic inflammatory skin disease of sebaceous follicles. Clinically, it is characterized by the presence of open and closed comedones, papules, and other dermal tissue damage. While this characteristic description of acne is present temporarily, the long-term effects of acne are visible as heavy scar formation is common. The impacts of acne are not simply physical, but also include psychosocial distress, which persists long after the active lesions have disappeared. As acne starts during adolescence for most people, it can add to the emotional and psychological challenges already experienced during this sensitive period. Acne is associated with a lack of self-confidence and avoidance of social interactions with friends and those of the opposite gender. Also, reduced employment opportunities have been documented among those with acne. In an online survey that displayed photos of people with varying degrees of acne scarring to over 4,000 individuals from diverse geographic regions, it was found that people with acne scars were thought to have less of a promising future and more likely to be perceived as shy. It is evident that people with acne scars are seen negatively by society, so early treatment is necessary to prevent from scarring. You may be asking yourself, how can I reduce my chances of developing acne, and how should I go about it? Especially as a teenager, it is more economical to take on a dietary approach to reducing acne. In the US, the cost of acne in terms of treatment and loss of productivity is $3 billion every year. Common side effects of existing topical and antibiotic acne medications such as dizziness and skin dryness are not experienced through dietary intervention. The environmental impacts of dietary changes such as reduced dairy consumption include decreased greenhouse gas emission, prevention of damage to marine ecosystems, and water supplies.
Researchers have theorized that a Western diet, particularly a diet high in dairy products, meat, and high glycemic index foods, may increase risk for developing acne. Consumption of these foods, along with the hormonal changes that occur during puberty, results in an increase in insulin-like growth factor 1, or IGF-1. IGF-1 triggers an intracellular signaling pathway which promotes increased protein and fat synthesis and rapid cell reproduction, which causes acne. Although this theorized mechanism is helpful for understanding how diet affects acne, we have to look at what the research says in order to establish a link.
In a study conducted by Karen Otismere, they assessed the dietary intakes of participants with and without acne, and cheese consumption was higher in groups of people with acne. This same study also assessed the carbohydrate intake and discovered that participants with acne consumed foods with carbohydrates at more frequency than participants without acne.
The correlation between meat intake and acne is not yet fully understood, but one study by Lin et al. Discusses the potential of certain amino acids contained in meat that can trigger the acne pathway.
Based on a comprehensive meta-analysis on the topic by Jewell et al., the risk of acne progressively increased with higher milk consumption. The risk of acne was only significant for those who consumed 1 glass or more of milk per day. The overarching conclusions from this meta-analysis were that intake of any dairy, regardless of amount or frequency, were associated with a higher odds ratio for acne, compared to no intake at all. This was among individuals aged 17 to 30 years old.
If you want to decrease your risk of developing acne, try decreasing your dairy and meat intake or eliminating these foods completely. Try to eat a plant-based diet high in fruits and vegetables. Eating foods with a lower glycemic index may also be helpful for lowering your risk of acne.
Use the Learn function or these flashcards to familiarize yourself with key content in this video. Test yourself using the test function and comment below what your score was. By commenting your score, you stand a chance to win a free dietary consultation about skincare and acne from one of our experts.